Yo, what's good? You already know who it is. It's Youngin again with another one for your mind and your soul and your body. It's your boy Chico the God in the building. Again with my bro. You know he always on my side.
This your boy LaQuinn. Was good. LaQuinn the rapper, designer, entrepreneur, you know, doing everything. One of the aliens.
Right. And like we were just talking about before it started, we might as well podcast for him, you know what I'm saying? We was talking about how we was talking about clutch players and how Portland, like, they might be out of the thing. Like, Portland gotta win because Memphis is already in the AFC. And if Memphis continue to win, then Portland done.
I mean, it's a short season anyway, ain't that many games.
Right.
It's COVID restart season, so they know everybody know they gotta win.
True.
I don't know what they gonna do though, cause your boy out there motherfucking bricking free throws and stuff. I don't know what's up with Dame. He can shoot a 90-foot jump shot, but be missing clutch free throws a lot. I don't know what's up with that.
And that's what I'm saying, like...
That's part of being clutch. That's the biggest part of being clutch for real.
Exactly. When you can stand up there all alone, all eyes on you. Man, that takes some guts and some clutch.
The whole thing about fouling somebody when the game is on the line is to stop them from making the shot that they shoot.
Right.
So when you stop them from doing that, an even bigger clutch thing is to make 2 more shots after you done been slapped or something. And he ain't doing it, man. You can go all the way back to last year. He was doing that. He would make long jumpers and brick free throws.
He made that one long 3 on Paul George for the game winner to send him home.
Shot it from Sudbury.
And then what happened the next series? Game won't really I don't know, because that defines how great you are when, like, you're not doing good on one end of the game. At least you get your free throws, be more effective in every part.
That's what it means to be clutch, because somebody fouled you to get you out to keep you from scoring, and then you miss 2 free throws, you ain't clutch no more.
And if Dame ain't scoring, what is he doing for you?
That's the most clutch thing you can do is make free throws. But people be missing that. Like with LeBron, I be wondering about LeBron. He a beast player, but like you say, he don't miss a lot of free throws.
A lot of free throws. He could have won games off free throws he didn't miss.
Yeah, championships.
Yeah.
He don't lost championships just because he missed free throws.
And all that shit adds up, like, all that shit adds up. You can either miss free throws in the clutch time or miss a lot of free throws throughout the game. You'll be like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta make free throws.
Say around halftime, you know what I'm saying? You miss some, they make a shot, foul you miss some free throws. Or, you know what I'm saying, make a shot, you know.
I mean, you ain't even.
And it's like a 2-for-1. They coming back in out of halftime and they got the ball about to score again. Them free throws mean a lot. Them shits add up. Like, there's been plenty of teams that lost by 1 point because they missed 3 free throws or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's from the beginning of times. Dudes know they gotta make them free throws.
You gotta make them things.
And it's like, you can say Shaq a superior player, but can you say he's clutch? Not really, because when you need him, he miss free throws. He clutches all around. Like you got your team in the clutch. No matter what the situation is, they need a steal, you can get that steal. You know what I'm saying? And Shaq used to sit there and bomb a lot of threes. Now he's a true champion, though. That's what separates him from like a Wilt Chamberlain. But when somebody could foul you and I keep y'all from scoring, you a detriment to the team.
And
that's all they got to do to you from now on.
And the thing about it, you can be a great free throw shooter, but can you do it under pressure as well?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude that played with Shaq, missed them freebies. What's his name? Anderson? What's his name? I forgot. Shooting guard.
Not Derek.
It was Penny. Nick Anderson. Yep.
A lot of people. Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
He peed on himself. He missed that joint. He was about to kill himself.
Gilbert Arenas. LeBron said, you missed these 2 free throws. You going home. That
was it. He was like, man, I lost my identity after that.
I swear, yo. He's
like, I lost my identity after that.
He definitely did.
He's like, I ain't ages 0 no more.
Top 5 NBA players right now off your head that done had something to happen to them and then they fell off.
Oh, top 5 right now.
And not right now, but just off your head. Right now, off your head. Not just. It could be at any time. I'm just saying, you know.
I ain't gonna say he fell off, but he lost his fierceness. And that's what Scottie Pippen, when now you said something that happened to the player. What do you mean, like on court stuff?
Yeah, like Blake Griffin. I wouldn't even say Blake. I have to say Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki is the one that exposed Pau Gasol. He exposed the hell out of Pau Gasol. And after that, Pau Gasol was like...
Yeah, that's true. He lost his intensity, like... What he could say in French that was scary at first, all of a sudden became a little weak after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he put, what's your foot? They can do that. And people listen. Then they hear him like, man, shut up, man.
And then you got Phil Jackson beating Pau in the chest. Like, what the?
Yeah,
you better toughen up, yo.
He did lose his spiritual.
Dirk was busting his ass, yo.
Oh, that's a good one.
And then,
like with Sean Kemp. After we demolished them, he went downhill. Sean Kemp went downhill after that
finals.
His feelings was hurt. They came back and kept trying, but Gary even admitted it. Remember, he said, "Man, I don't know what happened." Yo, it's like, yo. Let me see who else. It's a bunch out there.
It is. Definitely. You'll see a dude get dunked on and then he'll be like, dang, what happened to him? Oh yeah, old boy dunked on his head. He ain't never been the same. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see, who else can I find? I think Ron Artest won't the same after the fight. After the fans beat him up.
Ooh.
After that, he was a little bit more like, he became stranger. Like less skilled and more strange.
You can even say a lot of people from that Pacers, even like Jermaine O'Neal. He really hear too much about him after that.
Nah, he was good after that. It's where he went up against who was it on the court? He got chewed out on the court and he just went downhill. Who was it? Was it Jackson? Yeah, did Jackson?
Cause then he was with the Malice at the Palace. It was him, Jermaine, Artest, and them niggas in the playing for the Pacers. You talking about Steven Jackson, Captain Jackson?
Who was it, man? Dang. Cause I remember they was like chewing about this, like he just was like, Was it Zach Randolph?
Zach Randolph do that to a lot of people.
Yeah, he changed a lot of people's mindsets about the game.
Yeah.
Like McCullough last playoffs. But what happened here? He was good at first. Just seeing in their eyes, man. It's like I don't know what the hell niggas be saying.
I never forget the time Lamar Odom was beefing with somebody on Memphis, somebody, play with Zach. And he beefed and Zach Randolph just come next to him, yoke him up like, Lamar Odom like, man, I'ma just ignore him right now because I ain't trying. I ain't fucking with him, yo. I hope he knows that I'm not paying attention to him.
Dudes be sensitive. Remember Jeremy Lin, he went down here after Kobe chewed him out. He tried to play it off, but he that was wah.
That might be wrong with Ben Simmons. Wilson Chandler did him like that too.
Oh man.
Like, yo, I beat you, you know what I'm saying? And then Ben Simmons went to the bench and started having a tantrum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because dudes go to that bench and cry, yo. I've seen that too many times. That's the weird thing. I'd be like, hold up. John Starks. He won't no more good after Scotty got after him. He couldn't make another fucking shot. I don't know what Scotty said to him. John Starks went ice cold. Mama, he missed like 50 shots in a row, yo. He was the brick city. And he started off with the play that everybody started. Nah. Scotty caught him baseline. Got in his face. He turned to the side, yo. I was like, yo, he gonna steal him, man. Starks, who else? Said you gotta go to the players who be scared players. But you said Jordan did that to Scotty Burrell?
No. Scotty Burrell was a bum anyway. Scotty Burrell was just somebody that Jordan liked to fuck with because he had a thick skin. You know what I'm saying? You really couldn't do nothing to tick him off. And he really wanted, like, kind of the back at your face, you know what I'm saying? He just had the little subtle jokes, you know what I'm saying? Not nothing like, you little bitch, you know what I'm saying? He just had the subtle jokes.
He did call him bad a bitch.
Jordan called Scott Burrell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Scotty had the subtle joke. Yeah. Oh, as if you were implied that he was participating. Jordan was picking on him, man. Scotty was.
But I think Scott Burrell, he really didn't see it as like being picked on. He just thought of it as jokes. That's what I'm saying. Like, he had a thick skin. He really ain't.
Yeah.
It really ain't get to him at all.
He like, man, I'm making money doing nothing.
Right.
That's all he thinking. Jordan like, that's asking me too. Like, you ain't eating around me at all.
But Jordan said he used to try, on the Last Dance, he used to try to get on Scott Burrell's skin, get him mad, try to make him want to fight, but nah, he could never get him.
But see, as a former player, that I love practice. I'm not gonna lie, but that's one of the things I used to hate about practice, cause I would be at practice going 1,000%. And some people be playing around, then all of a sudden they ready to cry. They act like they want to fight or something. And it's just like, yo, what the hell? Like, you got to go. Like, when you playing, you just got to go. And right. I think that's what Jordan was getting at with him. Like, yo, come at me, man. Come at me, man.
That's why Jordan busts everybody ass in practice. Because of that.
You supposed to.
And that's probably what made Scotty better. Watching Jordan in practice, being there with him in practice.
Practice is where it's at.
Yeah, and then you'll definitely get to learn your teammates more. Because when you practice and you playing against your teammates,
you get to go hard. It's none of that. Them whistles and stuff, you just going. Either they give you the foul or you call it.
Probably
and
not.
The thing about practice, you weren't supposed to call.
But until it's like that set, but probably, scrimmage ain't so many plays being called, none of that.
Yeah, you ain't. If a person hurts you, you give them ball. But there's some dudes they would come down and be like, ball. Like, man, we in practice, fool. That man, get him the ball, man. Ball out.
That's I be hating that shit on 2K, man. That shit just took me back. I hate when somebody say, yo, corner, yo, right here. Man, I see everything. That shit just to throw you off. Like, when you hear that, yo, it'll make somebody do something out of that character. You know what I'm saying?
So what's been going on with you on 2K?
I mean,
you got your elite status?
I'm elite, you know. That shit, you know, that joint take, excuse my language, that joint take forever to rank up. I done had elite for about a week. I'm only at like 10%. It's taking forever, like. But the thing about it, I only played 3,000 games. For all y'all legends out there that played 10,000, 12,000 games, y'all elites too that played 7,000 games, 5,000. I only played 3, man. 3,000 games, Elite 1, balling with my homies. They should be Elite 2, but they not. But you know, like I always tell them, I always try to keep their spirits high and everything. I say, I'm Elite, y'all Elite. I'm the top rep in the park, we the top rep in the park.
That's
simple as that.
Get them VCs.
Oh yes, sir. I got this playmaker coming up. It's gonna have like some crazy dribble. About to be dropping some folks. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of dropping some folks, Mr. Rasheed Wallace was at the Portland game on the monitor.
Up in the crowd.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And what do you see about the possibilities of that? Because you know he's standoffish for real.
Well, you think he's trying to make a comeback?
Nah, not a comeback, but deal with the league.
Right.
In some capacity. Because, like, you say it took a long time to get your elite status, and he's an elite player. Like,
definitely.
He's one of them dudes whose skill set is not in the NBA right now. And you know what I mean by that? When you retire, you pass your skill set on, you know, you work for a team and you teaching a big man your moves. Man,
Rasheed had some moves. Like
Rasheed had that face-up move. Remember he used to do that joint? Man, he used to pull so many moves off of that one pivot joint.
And
he was nice. And he would remember he would stretch up under dudes, get them jumping, and stretch up on them, make the shot, and still get the foul. Yo, Rasheed, I ain't seen dudes.
And he ain't backing down from nobody, too.
Could shoot his ass off.
Shoot his ass off and have lockdown interior defense, yo.
Think about that, man.
Post moves, he could post you up, do all that. I'll never forget the video when he shot the basketball. His left hand, right hand from the 3-point line. Made them both. You know, what I'm saying, like, he shot them at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
He nice. That's a skill set I would love to see in the NBA.
Yeah, because he definitely had that all-around game.
His step game was beast. That he used to do that jab step. You know what I'm saying? And dudes always take off. He used to get the ball and get you real fast. Rasheed, if you hear this podcast, man, I hope by then you back to teaching some players, man, because that help people level up.
That's probably the most underrated power forward of all time.
Man, he was the greatest.
But when people mention all the greats, they mention motherfuckers like Charles Barkley and Chris Webber and all these other motherfuckers that ain't done shit over Rasheed Wallace.
This dude's won championships, been on teams that could have won championships.
Right.
And was cheated. And was clearly cheated. Say he won't cheat it. They was teeing him up on some BS, I used to be like, man, what the fuck, y'all messing with the game. I'm gambling heavy. They mess with the game, and that's one thing you gotta watch in life. You gotta watch around what's going on, or all the external things that's going on. Cause like that's the only thing holding him back is his attitude that people are trying to push off. Oh, he had an attitude. I don't know what PF dope. That's, and you know what that means too. If he come back in some capacity, he's showing up at the games, he will be on the game.
It's insane that he not mentioning nobody's top power forwards though.
It's insane he not on the video game. Right?
I mean, that's got something to do with him in 2K.
But that's what I'm saying.
They ain't trying to pay him.
If he go to work for the NBA, he automatically, you know what I'm saying, that's a tie with that. Think about that. He might come back and work with Portland, yo. Giving niggas them.
Now I'd love to see Rasheed Wallace on 2K. If Rasheed Wallace card come out on my team, I might actually play it.
What he do? That lean with you rock joint and turn around. How niggas go, yo.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
It's just crazy. I'm glad you mentioned it. Because he don't get no love.
But speaking of that, who's some other players that ain't on the NBA games that you think should be on there?
I mean, Reggie not on there.
Reggie Miller?
Yeah.
Wow.
He not on 2K.
Wow.
Weber's on there. Barkley's not. Barkley's
wow.
not on there. So it's Rasheed Wallace, Charles Barkley, and Reggie Miller, the top 3 names I can think of right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ain't it somebody from Chicago we have? Oh, what did it take? Well, okay, I don't even play it. David Robinson, is he on there?
The Admiral? Yeah. He's on here. It's somebody else though, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's the fact that they like, yeah, they making all these billions of dollars, and you know what I'm saying? And they're just trying to give people like a little, not even a fraction of it, you know what I'm saying?
$1,000 check.
Yeah, probably not even that, probably like 10,000. But when you think about it, they make money all year. People buy VC all year, they make money all year.
Some dudes though, they jumping on that. Man, give me a 2K check. How much your check? Man, 5,000.
Right.
I wonder how much they do get paid. That's what we gonna find out for y'all. We gonna have that information. We gonna be ready on the fly for y'all with that one.
Definitely.
Younger, you know what I'm saying?
Because that's what Charles Barkley was saying. Like, yeah, they make these billions of dollars, but they're just trying to cut little small checks for people likeness, and they can't make that money without people's likeness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and that's somebody was saying like, man, they tripping. I'm like, man, how would you feel if somebody made $1 million, $1 billion off your name and ain't give you a dime or gave you 10,000, 100,000? You would feel like, man, come on, man. And they're like, yeah, you right. Because that's what they making their money off. People likeness, like, I mean, 2K has kind of changed a little bit. Now they making their money off the little micro transactions. Like, if you want to buy VC and Call of Duty points, whatever the case may be. But I'm always like, man, alright, so you buy Xbox. To play the Xbox, you need online. and to play online, you need to buy it. You need to buy a game too. And then they gonna have the extra stuff like, yeah, man, you can buy 250,000 VC for $100. You know what I'm saying?
You said to play the Xbox, you gotta have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, unless it's gonna be useless. Like, it's gonna be used because it's like you won't have a lot of stuff that comes with it. Like, some games you can't even play offline with.
Dang, that's wild.
Like, some games there's no offline shit whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like Warframe, there's no offline. A lot of games, man. Like, and then games that do be offline, be short story modes. Like Call of Duty, they story mode, you can beat that in a day.
Yeah.
And then you be like, what? Next thing you know, you stuck repeating the same process. And on the game that you spent $60 for, playing it on the system that you paid $500 for, using the membership that you probably paid $9.99 a month, $24.99 for 3 months, and $49.99 for 12 months. They be busting heads. That's why I don't do the microtransactions. They can keep all this buy extra stuff to get extra stuff. Nah. Y'all can have that. I already did mine when I bought the game. They probably had over 1 million people to get 2K. Yeah, I'm just saying 1 million. Like, it's probably well over there. Probably tens and 20s of millions.
2K?
A $60 game. And some people paid $100 for it. To get the extra stuff. So that's $60 to $100 million from just 1 million people.
Man, that's crazy.
They probably made billions of dollars off just one game.
Monopoly. They controlling things.
It's wild.
And speaking of those video games, what you think of them? Like, we knee deep in this pandemic. It's still rolling on. People still passing away. And the NBA season just started back in August. This young and younger. But as far as with the game coming out, do you think any of the games is going to reflect what's going on? Or do you think they're just going to try to keep the spirit alive and act like they know what players look like and go do without having that, off season and all of that, and not knowing what players will be or what's going to happen? Like, you think they're going to try to have 2K in the bubble too?
I think
I
think they're having they probably will have like a arena to play at, like the bubble arena in Orlando. What is it, the Disney joint? But I think that's probably it. They probably just have an arena, like they probably let you choose arenas or something. But I don't know. It might just be. Nah, they gonna definitely have fans out there. But they definitely gonna have like a way that you can choose. Like if you want to play in that bubble arena or whatever, they should have it. Me personally, ain't no reason to leave that out. If you want to make your game, it's realistic. But see, the thing about realisticness, like, it can be as real, but when you make it too real, you kind of take away the fun. And you actually want to have fun. So you do want that arcade feel on any games. And I say that with shooting games too. Like a lot of people get on the shooting games and they were like, it take too many shots to kill somebody. I'm like, man, so would you rather just go around getting one shot at all the time in the foot or something like that? It's just ways to get, like, I don't know, when you take away and make it too real, you'll take away the feel of the actual game. Because people want to be doing all that shit, dunking on people, crossing people up, being able to dribble and shit for a while without the stamina problems. But I like to see this next 2K because I think they will have that little bubble arena in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah. They might leave it up to Pro-Am, like you can create your Pro-Am team and then have your little Pro-Am arena as like the little bubble arena with no fans and stuff, with the little bubble stuff. That might be how it is.
And speaking on basketball, let's take it out of the league and go to the elder statesman that's playing in the Big Three. What you think they're gonna do with the Big Three? Considering this pandemic, it's like we gotta sit back and think. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you think it's gonna keep going on? You think it's gonna grow, get bigger due to the restrictions? Because one of the tightest features I liked about the Big Three was the crowds was big. Like, yeah, you know, and if they won't, they had the right camera angles to me.
Right.
And
But I don't know if the Big Three got all that support and money behind them like the NBA and all those other leagues. Is the Big Three still going?
they were supposed to. And dude was anticipating playing in the joint.
I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of better. 3-on-3. Ain't too many people. On the court, you have 6 people at one time on the court. You probably have less chance of somebody catching COVID than anywhere else. For real, it all depends on how Ice Cube is gonna do his, you know, the protocol, and you know, about safety and you know, like you seen the joint when they had the football players walking through like sanitized station. They'll walk through this little joint to spray this stuff down on them, like.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I had to think when you said walking through the sanitized station. I'm like, that little, that joint like.
Yeah. And that shit, wow, it's like.
I mean, when you go to restaurants, they got the thing right there. You ain't even got to press it, and, you know, and they tell you it's denatured alcohol or what percent it is and all of this. It's like, they own it.
Yeah. And that's a good thing because we all should work together to get rid of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they always say, it takes 2 to tango, and can't not one person do it themselves.
For the most part, what I've seen, people been holding up their end of the bargain most times, and for the ones who don't, it's like, I ain't even mad at them. It's like, I don't even understand for real.
Me neither.
But they said keep a mask on, and I done read up on just different stuff, and it's like, instead of me just arguing the point or anything, I'm going to just keep the mask on.
I'm definitely going to keep the mask on. When I'm entering any public area like a grocery store or even a KV, whatever. If I'm not at home, I'm going to keep the mask on unless walking outside. But the thing about it, are you even safe with your mask on walking outside? from people that's walking past you and a lot of other things. But I don't know how long this thing's gonna last for real. I thought it would have been over, honestly, and it's still going around.
Cycling. Godspeed to everybody who's been affected by this pandemic and all kinds of ways, from losing family to losing income to losing their mind. Now hopefully when we come out this, we be like we was, just minus all the hate.
Facts. Because hate is a strong word, and hate is not good.
People find the tactics to do what they gotta do. Like, I asked my mom, she be like, talk about religion. And I said to her, I was like, you know, some people never get caught for anything they do. And she was like, just look at, like, she wanted to argue and said, nah, everybody, whether you go to heaven or whatever. And I was like, you know, some people never get caught for stuff they do. You know what I'm saying? And she ended up agreeing with me and saying, yeah, it's some people who have to slip through, because it's some people that's operating in the effect of whatever they are built to do. And what I'm saying is, it's people out there that probably rob banks, never been caught. All kinds of different things.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the only way you can explain so many people going through BS, if it makes sense. Like, you gotta have a yin and a yang. I know you know somebody that has some just bad luck out the wazoo, no matter how religious they are, just like they just have bad luck. People who worry a lot tend to be like that. They feel like it or whatever. But what I'm saying is, it's like, it's some people who get caught all the time. You know people like that, right?
Yeah.
No matter what they do, they get caught. It is you gotta have an extreme. You got people, some people who always get caught, and you got people who never get caught. Now, going to sports, how do you think that is?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
the refs cheating and stuff. Like, we go back to Donahue, the ref who admitted they was messing with the games and stuff. And
right.
we had come full circle to, you know, talk about these sports and stuff. Like, who you think might be out there on the basketball court on steroids, this, that, and the third? And you know it's like that. Am I making any sense?
I mean, yeah, but you said steroids?
No, I'm just saying anything. Like, it's people
who
know, like, it's people who play in the NBA that probably smoke crack and never get caught. smoke weed and never get caught.
Sniff coke, never get caught.
Yeah. And then there's some people who they just look guilty. Like, what's his name? Bo. They pissed him the first game he came in because his ass was red.
There has been people that been through their whole career, basketball, football, if I'm not mistaken, vote and say, yeah, you smoke weed. Shit. Ron Artest, what'd he say? Yeah, I drank Hennessy during halftime.
Yeah, he tripping.
You know what I'm saying?
That's tripping.
You go in there, man, dude, bump you drinking the hen dog. You are like, yo, what the hell, nigga, we clubbing right there. Nah, that's crazy.
It's crazy because you will smell like liquor and you in the game. It's like, never got caught.
That's wild.
That's one thing I be thinking about with this pandemic. It's like the ability and the level of people to do stuff and to get away with stuff. It's like serial killers. You think all serial killers have been caught?
Hell no. A lot of them serial killers never been caught.
Exactly. That's be
Most
my
of
point.
them never been caught.
That'd be my point with a lot of things. Like, yo, it's more extreme than it is led on to believe.
Look at damn Jack the Ripper. Has he ever been caught? One of the most notorious. You know what I'm saying?
You know who Jack the Ripper is?
Mm-hmm.
The same as saying John Doe.
Nobody. Just like
when you can't solve something, you put it on Jack the Ripper.
Just like, what's his name?
Man, it was Jack the Ripper that did it, yo.
What's his name? Dude that jumped off the plane, disappeared.
D.B. Cooper.
My man's Dan Cooper.
If you get robbed, who did it? Man, Cooper got me, man. What the hell? What he look like? He had shades on and skull cap.
Right.
You can rob your own bank. Be like, who did it? It was D.B. Cooper. Like, man, a lot of stuff in history is like that. We've been led to believe we lead. Like,
even the what's the name? What was it? Jack the Zodiac was just as worse as Jack.
What, the Zodiac Killer?
Yeah.
Zodiac Killer real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they don't know who it was.
No, the killer was real. The BS that came with it won't.
Right.
That's that next level stuff. That's when you get into copycats and everything. You know they pushing for a one world government type thing, acting like we're not already under one world government. The new world order.
The Zodiac Killer probably was a group of people.
Hey, you got 10 murders, and you can't solve them. Who you put in?
And mysterious person.
He had a crucifix on a Klan hat.
Right.
He was listening to Leonard Skinner.
He left these letterings and stuff. I don't know what it means.
He was driving a Lexus and ended up running for president later on. That's what be doing a lot of stuff. People got excellent PR, and that's how people get off and shit. It happens too much.
Yeah.
But hopefully, now that we on the cusp of going into this election, to see who's going to lead the evil empire, what do you think about football coming back? He thought I was talking about politics. Nope.
Nah, but I don't know about football, man, because it's kind of going to be a little weird. like I said, the diversity in football ain't like in the NBA.
Why you say that?
Like the NBA got numerous of fans, like from all, ethnicities. But it's like football, it's gonna be a little weird, yo. And then you got Drew Brees did what he did. I know what he said this probably about 100 times, but I'm really not looking forward to football. And it's gonna be weird, man. Tom Brady's on the Buccaneers, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's even the playing field, man. We tired of all this extra.
Right.
He on the Buccaneers.
Tom Brady's on the Buccaneers.
Shit, Steve Young started on the Buccaneers.
That's like MJ going to the Wizards.
Yeah, you got a point about that because he did do that. And we just got to deal with it. That's part of history.
That's crazy. This man got 6 Super Bowls in football.
6.
That is insane all itself.
Yeah, that is.
It's 6, right? I ain't trying to go overboard, but it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
That's MJ in football, man.
So you saying he gonna turn into MJ on the Buccaneers?
They gonna stink the joint. They gonna stink up the joint like a motherfucker. If they ain't got no defense to back it up, they done. Peyton Manning got lucky to have that defense that the Denver Broncos had.
He had a fucking line that protected him.
That too. But he really didn't have to do nothing. I think he had like 180 yards in the Super Bowl game, if that. Might have been 135. But that's good enough.
Playing.
Yeah. But any other Peyton Manning would have been like 300 yards, 380.
All the way to the end. He was drinking umbilical cord juice.
Oh man. He was putting his ass in his trainer face and shit.
Yeah, he was tripping. And it's a lot of that stuff that's coming out now about these sexual charges and stuff like. I ain't throwing nobody under the bus in sports or nothing, but starting with Bill Cosby all the way around, it's crazy that you said that.
A lot of people like to sweep that shit on the rug. Think about it. Depends on who it is. R. Kelly, done. Bill Cosby, done. A bunch of people done.
Nah, but for
real.
Then
you look at Peyton Manning, he good. Ben Roethlisberger, he chilling.
But it's that they time might not be there for that. It's because it's like R. Kelly has been going, we've been going on with R. Kelly forever. It's like, for real, like, yo, they ain't got him yet. And Bill Cosby joint been going on forever too.
But look at what's the name? His shit been going on forever. I'm like, God damn, they finally got this nigga. Everybody knew it. Weinstein.
I see what you're saying. It take others to get that long for the law to fuck with them. Period.
Bill Cosby ain't been doing shit for how long?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like he ain't been doing nothing, brother. He probably just been chilling.
About to buy NBC.
They're like, nah, this ain't happening.
Hey, you ain't buying this shit.
For them to justify it, they throw Weinstein on the bus. Like, all right, Weinstein, gotta take one for the team, buddy.
But he already admitted to it, though. That's the flip side to everything.
I mean, look at Wahlberg. That nigga still getting burned on fucking Netflix and everywhere else.
That's what happens when you be a douche. Ain't that what they call it?
And then you got Hollywood getting black men to dress up as women to fuck up their career. You look at it on paper, man, everybody's career, even the dude from Joanna, man, his career went down. Everybody.
I think his career went down when he did.
And then you know
After Life, yo.
And then you know who else they throw under there to try to make it justifiable? Robin Williams, Miss Doubtfire. They're like, oh, but what about Robin? Nah. It ain't about that. Robin still had a nice little joint. You know, he had Jumanji and a bunch of stuff after that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody else ain't had nothing after that. Martin Lawrence had another Big Mama shit.
I've never seen the importance of it.
Me neither. That's why I like what Dave says. Like, man, I can be funny being myself. I ain't gotta put on no damn dress to be funny.
I'm gonna be real. Only 2 people I seen do that, and I thought it was funny. Everybody else just seemed like on some, you know, it was off. One was Eddie Murphy, because he had all that makeup on.
But Eddie did it.
But after he did it with Norbert, I was turned off from that shit. Like, man, what the?
The Nutty Professor, he played everybody.
Yeah, that was genius to me.
Yeah.
Because the way he was like, Hercules. You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody can make that voice, and it's like, oh yeah, come on, nigga. Come on. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was just playing silly characters.
He
the other one was Jamie Foxx.
In that movie.
Jamie Foxx just was trying to look absurdly like, man, they making me do this shit.
Wait, did he play the whole family?
Yeah, he played the whole family, except for the sons. He played the uncle, the grandma, the mama, the daddy.
Was it the twins?
The brother. Yeah, the twins.
Yeah, because I seen him before later on in Me, Myself, and Irene with Jim Carrey.
I don't know why everybody be pushed to do that. I mean, but it's like this. It's people who making these movies and paying people to get it, or that's just what it is. It's the truth. Why would you think it's the truth? Like, why would you go against what you see and say, oh, nah, they ain't trying to make black dudes look like this, that, or the third? It's true. Because it's like, you got a film studio. Your joint called Bus. I got a film studio. My shit called Play. Somebody else got a joint called Trade. Somebody else got a joint called Car or whatever. But the people in the studio are responsible for what they want to shoot. So that's not to say you won't get somebody out there that's thinking messed up and be like, yo, our whole agenda is to put y'all in a dress and make y'all look like, you know what I'm saying? You'll be stupid to question that shit. A lot of people be weird and be out when they get online and they say all this stuff like, it ain't like that, this ain't like that. I'm like, it's clearly like that, yo, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hollywood casting couch thing. Like Hollywood, Halle Berry came out about it, everybody come out about it, then they just sweep it under the joint like,
yeah.
It's like, come on, man. People clearly giving you pictures and showing you this. But at the end of the day, most people want to go to the news that they want to see, which be a lot of the BS shit, the gossipy shit. This, I don't know. The world news is more interesting than the local news. I never understood why the local news don't show the world, but the way they say it is, if you got bombs going off around you, but you could be the last sanctuary, sometimes they don't need to know. And just think about that. And I was like, yeah, that do make sense. If I guess so, I don't know. That's what scares me about a lot of things too. It's like dealing with politics. You got Russia trying to influence the election because they don't want Biden to get in. They want Trump to get in because he holds Russian type of ideals, and they don't care. Their main thing is, I locked down the pandemic, they getting enough footage of us in masks and stuff to make us look like we monsters later on, like 20 years later. They're gonna make it seem like we was doing whatever else than what we doing. But then you got China, who was bad and don't want Trump to get on. And you know what I'm saying? You look at that and you break that down to like what sports and stuff like. Are we getting real games in sports? Or are we just blinded and going along with the genre of what they feed us? You know what I'm saying? If I make any sense, like, do you think sports will ever return to being the same so we can talk about, man, Tom Brady playing with the Buccaneers, man? Or is it going to be weird from here on out?
It can get very weird for real. Because like we got the vote at home shit now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. People could like steal people's mail.
As if it haven't been happening. They're already testing us now.
Vote and then send that shit in.
They testing us now, yo. The mail be held for so long. Yo, I got packages. I had checks in the mail. And it was just sitting at the... It's like, they testing us right now like, yo, if we slow everything down, what are they going to do? So, of course, they can influence an election.
Yeah.
But let me tell you the catch up to that. This is what will
get Trump out of it.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Now, this is a scenario. We got this thing called Facebook. Out of all the other networks, Facebook is actually really, really tied into an economy. Our economy. The world's economy. That means on Facebook and a couple other networks like Twitter and whatever, but imagine the votes look like this, but the people on Facebook saying it's otherwise. This will be the first time in history where we can get a recall for real, and take it out the electoral college hand, if it makes sense. Because enough people on Facebook with their real profiles saying, I didn't make that vote. Why? Who you vote for? They hold a poll. Who you vote for? And that poll come out against other news networks. Do you know that poll will probably win out? Versus a CNN poll, a TN. You know what? Do you know what I mean by that?
Right.
Like, in all other instances, they'll be getting over on us. And it's like we don't have the real hardcore facts. We don't have any proof. But now you can go on Facebook and they'll start a poll, be like, hold on, who you vote for? And if the Facebook poll don't add up to the joint, it's going to be a recall. We in that day and age, man, like, okay, it's starting to catch back up. The voting booth? Come on, man, we in another day and age.
That shit go back, man. When Bush got elected for the first time. You remember that shit? Skirt! Do it again. Like what?
My fuckers is live. Do it again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Oh, I'm going to Las Vegas.
That shit is wild, yo. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm young too. I'm young as shit. I'm like, how? Go ahead then.
Man.
Go ahead then.
Yo, this dude. Yo, Gore had that
then.
joint back a super landslide.
Like, we're pump the brakes. Hold on. What's going on?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Oh, my dad ran the CIA. F you.
That's crazy.
For real. And it happened again with Trump. People don't even talk about that. I'm like, yo, Trump clearly lost. Yo, he clearly.
Hillary had everything, all the votes. They're like, well, Trump had this shit right here and this stuff, and then he got it.
Yo.
Like, what?
What killed me wasn't that. It was the late absentee votes when they came in, and it was all for Trump. I was like, oh, stop, boo. That's the votes you talk about, by ballot and stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't have a network back then for people to say, I voted absentee and I didn't vote for Trump. And if them numbers added up differently, they would have clearly been like, oh, hell nah, man. Think about that. That's the day and age we're going into. That's the only way I can see social media catching up to everything. I ain't saying the next dude who get in office will be good, but it's just like, it's interesting to see if the people really got to run society. How the fuck?
That's the thing.
How messed up we really is gonna be, because
that's
we
what
about
gets
to be
me.
so
Like,
up.
do your vote really matters? Because we done seen landslides and be like, huh? What the fuck? We done seen this.
Seen it repeatedly almost. It's either you super cool or you a loser and you win. It's about how you win shows.
Like, dang.
I think what was the closest joke?
I went to sleep, you was done. I woke up and you done. Like, what?
You like, man, I went to sleep. Tyson bit that nigga on ear off. I wake up, Tyson in chair. Like, how the hell, yo? He bit his ear off, needle, and kicked him in the nuts like 10 times. We on the podcast, yo.
Yeah,
But it's something you gotta think about, like, how you get beat up and win? And it won't no cheating against you getting beat up. Like, you get smacked around and turn around like, well, you know what? The people that were sitting by the fish pool, it's like you should win.
They was the real judges.
They turn around like, huh? Like, yo, young and younger.
Young and younger. We finna go on a quick commercial break on y'all. You know, we'll be right back.
And we will be right back.